I was a little skittish about doing another movie review based on a book because of a lot of complaints I got about not reading the books in my Percy Jackson review. Regardless, I'm going to do it because I really want to talk about this movie. So, I did not read the books, so just, quick disclaimer, a book needs to stand alone, or any adaptation at all needs to stand alone from its source material, yada yada yada, review time. I had very mixed feelings about this movie. I either thought it was going to be horrible, or it could be one of those surprisingly good movies. I kind of have a soft spot for kids' movies, regardless of, how dumb they may be. Even though at the same time, I kind of get really annoyed with stupid kid cliches and just really dumb, gross-out humor. So this movie had a mix of that in the trailer, which the trailer I thought had a lot of up points and a lot of down points. While it does follow some cliches and not all the characters are all that likable, I really do find myself enjoying this movie. There were a lot of parts that I really like, with like 2 or 3 absolutely hysterical scenes, and then a lot of chuckles throughout, while there were other scenes that were just really, really weird and just seemed out of place and just kind of, brought the film down. Sometimes the pacing's a little bit off because I did feel that sometimes it does drag a little bit, because there was a point where I looked at my phone and it had been an hour and it really felt like a lot more, even though I was into the movie. As far as the conflict, which, is obvious, it's about, transitioning to middle school and the awkwardness of it. I don't know. You guys, please tell me, because is it just me, or does a lot of these things, like, I know they try to make it over the top at parts, which I like, but it's, did you ever experience a lot of things that movies like this boast? Because through my middle school experiences, none of this stuff really ever seemed to happen. Like, it was never that bad as far as middle school goes, and a lot of the stuff like extreme bullies and all the stupid popular and, like, little groups and cliques and stuff goes, I never really had that. It's definitely not it's definitely not like the chaos that they show in this movie, but I kind of like that about it. I did really like the over-the-topness of it, and it was really funny at parts. This is one of those movies where adults and kids can like, because kids are just gonna laugh. There's a lot of kid humor in there, which I respected for kids, and I didn't really find it all that offensively annoying, although there were some annoying jokes, and some of the dialogue is really cheesy. On the other hand, I think adults maybe can relate to it because obviously they've experienced some of the same things, and I like how they take particular parts of it and just make it really over the top. And I like how they take that really witty side to it with Chloe Morentz's character, who I think is a very capable actor, and she's really underused in this movie. Zachary Gordon, who plays the lead, is a very charming young actor. I think he really sways you in his believable character, and definitely feels really right for his role. And I really like the style of the movie, with the notebook journal kind of things to it, and how they added this little aspects of it to explain certain situations, like their rank and popularity, for example. That was one of the best points of this movie, is that style, and I really, really liked it. The transitions were cool. There were a lot of just cool things about it that I felt like it didn't feel like it should be in a kid's movie, and that's what was a good part about it. Then at other times I'm kind of dragged out of that feeling. There are a lot of gross out gags that I don't really like at all, and there's a lot of really cheesy dialogue and some bad acting. Robert Capron plays Rowley. He's pretty funny. He does have his moments, but I really think that he does do very good with the material that he's given, and I also think he is a believable character. Even though some of the situations are unbelievable, he kind of puts himself in the role so well that you kind of can feel it in some level. Which leads me to my really only other complaint is some of the situations just being too unbelievable. Like, I like how they pull the over-the-topness on it, but sometimes it just kind of out of place, and then there are also very many things that are very predictable and I called coming, and that's also what I don't like, because once you call something and it's at the midpoint of the movie, then that scene's just not fun. That entire part of the movie is just not fun to watch. Overall, it is a very enjoyable movie. I think kids and adults can both go see it. It's very, very, very funny at times, and other times there's just chuckles. You know, some parts, adults will probably cringe at some of the cheesiness, where kids will just adore it. I'll give this movie a 7.5 because I very much enjoyed it. I definitely recommend you check it out. I'm really happy that I got this kind of gift from, you know, after seeing The Bounty Hunter last night. It is an enjoyable movie. Don't be embarrassed to go see it. Yet again, I didn't read the books, so I can't compare them, but I hope the fans of the books are pleased, because I definitely was, and I knew nothing about it. Also, I forgot to mention the rest of the cast, who's pretty easy on the eyes and pretty lowbrow named, like Steve Zahn, who I normally just don't like, and he just plays an annoying character all the time, but I think he does very well here, as long as the mom and some of the other children actors